Hi again, it's time for Real Talk from Realtor Don. I'm Don Weimer, Realtor with Robert Slack, LLC, and I'm based in Hollywood, Florida. Our brokerage is the #1 selling team in the state of Florida, and we're set to sell over $1 billion in 2019. Our motto is real estate for a real world, and today's topic are the 8 things you may want to consider when seeing homes. With today's online access to nearly every morsel of information, buyers are more and more educated than ever when researching a home. By the time the typical buyer actually goes into the home for the first time, they stand a good chance of knowing more about it than the current owner. At least from a data standpoint. The pictures are great, the price is right, but you've been watching enough million-dollar listing and fix-em-up shows to know that you're going to get an even better deal. The neighborhood and schools are exactly what you want. There's a pool, the front landscape is terrific, the backyard is great, and there's a 3-car garage. Yep, this is the one. You show up with your realtor, you walk through the door, and your online dream has just become a reality. It is just like the pictures. Now, full disclosure, there isn't anything on this list that is an absolute showstopper when it comes to buying a home. However, if you're looking for the perfect home, when you're making the most important investment of your life, you need to give it your full consideration. Here are a few things you may not have thought about when you were looking at homes. With each home, stop. Before you let your emotions get in the way of your finances and you fall in love, keep in mind, you're going to be living in your home, not just visiting it. And just because it's pretty does not mean it will be a great place to live. And this isn't about whether or not the home is a good deal or in great condition. If you're working with an effective and reputable buyer's agent, you should have all of the basics covered and you'll be protected from an investment standpoint. Your realtor is going to make sure you have an inspection. This will catch nearly every deficiency, known and unknown, from termites to bad pipes, dampness in the walls, the floors, the ceilings. They'll check the appliances, the electrical, the plumbing, you name it. A good inspector is going to find it if it's an issue. You'll also have an appraisal contingency in place, meaning you shouldn't pay more than the home is worth in its current condition and based on the current market. But long after you've moved in and you've emptied every single box, which by the way will never happen, you're going to be going through the day-to-day living. Here are things that I think you should check to give you peace of mind that you have found the one. Number 1, do you have cell service? Silly? Not so much. The old days of landlines and princess phones are long gone. And beyond the safety aspect of perhaps not being able to dial 911 during an emergency, you stand the chance of dealing with dropped calls, the inability to access the internet, social media, and much more. This has a direct impact on daily living. And even worse, a huge number of people work from home. Don't let this interfere with your paycheck. You now have a mortgage to pay for. Check your service from every room, every corner of the house, inside, outside, front, backyards, the porches, everywhere. Number 2, sunlight. We live in South Florida. Is there shade anywhere? Will you be blinded on the front porch in the morning when you're sipping a cup of coffee? And how about that great backyard? You're enjoying a cold beverage. It's late in the afternoon. Is the ice going to melt because there's an inferno that peaks just between the bottom of the trees and the top of the fence? Is the master bedroom getting direct sun all day long, making it the hottest room in the house when it's time to go to sleep? Number 3, listen. Can you hear outside noises in the bedrooms or in the living room? Just be quiet for a moment in each room. If you can hear a bird or a car, if you have noisy neighbors, you're sure to hear them as well. And what about room-to-room crosstalk? There are all kinds of noises that are made that can never be unheard. Also, many homes have pools. If the pool pump is off, turn it on. You'll know soon enough if it's in a bad location and would interfere with your thorough enjoyment of your favorite playlist while you're floating around in that new cement pond. Number 4, traffic. Odds are you're going to be commuting and you're more than likely making your visit during off-peak weekday hours or during the weekend. Will it be difficult to get into or out of your neighborhood during rush hour? And sure, you can leave early, you can come home late to avoid the crowd. Everybody likes to do that, but at least you're going to know in advance. Is your street a through street? Do others use it like a raceway? If you have kids, this could be a real concern. Make visits during peak hours. Drop by and just spend some time observing. Number 5, it rains in Florida. It's easy to fix the gutters and prevent water from drenching you at the front door, but what about water accumulation in the street or in your driveway? Are you going to have to run out of your house barefooted and put your shoes and socks on in your car? This is a much more difficult and expensive issue, and it frankly may not ever get fixed. Number 6, do you like it at night? You've checked it out during the daytime, check it out at night. Is the neighborhood too well lit, or perhaps not well lit enough? Are there street lights shining directly into one or more of the bedrooms? The landscaping lights can be changed, but take a peek. Do you like the nighttime curb appeal? See if the owners will let you drop in for a nighttime showing. Is there good visibility from inside to outside? Do you feel safe? Perhaps there may be too much visibility from outside to inside. And don't forget to check out the backyard as well. Number 7, the neighbors. Yep, I said it. There's nothing to say. You can't stop by to say hi before you buy. You may not be a social person, but just take a few minutes in the early evening or on a weekend and just drop by a couple homes and introduce yourself. See what your spidey sense tells you. You're sure to meet that one neighbor that knows everything about everyone. And number 8, are there vacation rentals in the neighborhood? These can be a real nuisance. Parking, noise, future property value. Take a moment and check out the common rental sites, Airbnb, VRBO, and the others. Again, none of these are deal breakers, but if you are evaluating a few options and if you're narrowing a list, it may just allow better insight to finding a clear, best choice for your next home. I hope you found this somewhat informative as always. Please like, share, and subscribe. As you know, I post tidbits like this every week, sometimes more often for buyers, sellers, homeowners, investors, and of course, the spotlight on local businesses. If you're considering buying a home or selling your current home, I work throughout Broward County, and I do focus on Fort Lauderdale and Hollywood. You can reach me anytime on my mobile, 954-955-1230, or to find your next home, RealtorDonWeimer.com. It's been great sharing this with you. Have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you soon.